Welcome to Lead in 5, where we provide leadership principles in 5 minutes to help you lead a healthy life in ministry. My name's Dave Hootke, and today we're talking about 5 leadership mistakes to avoid in student ministry. So number 5, and there could be a lot of these, but these are the ones that we kind of narrowed in on for our top 5. Number 5, not strengthening your strengths and delegating your weaknesses. And strengths aren't necessarily what you're good at, but what energizes you and what you're passionate about. And so if you want to know your strengths, you can do strength finders. There's a lot of things that you can do. Take some time to reflect on it. And when those are revealed, you need to look at your calendar and be able to say, I can do more in these areas of my strength. And then I need to delegate weaknesses or certain tasks that deplete. And so how do we delegate? Well, we need to define the task that needs to be delegated, and then we need to find the right person to be able to do that task. And for it to go really well, we've got to provide the right direction, and we need to communicate with clarity on what needs to be done. And then after that, provide feedback and discuss how it went. And those are ways that we can strengthen our strengths and delegate our weaknesses. A leadership mistake to avoid in student ministry is number 4. I didn't partner with parents. And, a lot of times this is not something that, we just fail to do. It's just something that maybe we need to grow in, or we just need to create a team of parents to provide insight and to help us be mindful of how can we get more parents involved? What are the ways to do that? And, our ministry it's so important to partner with parents. And we know that parents, it's their main responsibility to raise up their children to follow the Lord, but we need to partner with them. We need to resource them. We need to encourage them and come alongside them to really help them do that. And, evaluate your ministry and see, are you partnering with parents? If you have retreats and events, have a checklist, of different things that need to happen to make a successful event or retreat, and then put on there, how am I partnering with parents in this? How are parents involved in my event and in my retreat? And include that team of parents. Number 3, a leadership mistake to avoid in student ministry: neglecting spiritual, physical, and mental health. Here at Lead 222, we talk about our inside game and our outside game. And inside game is our heart, our relationship with the Lord. If we're married, it's our marriage. And, we want to be passionate about our relationship with the Lord and continuing to grow in our marriage. And then the outside game is our professional skills. But we also talk about winning home field. Just like a sports team that wants to win homecoming, they want to win home field, take advantage of that. We want to win home field, and we can't neglect our spiritual health, our relationship with Jesus, and just have that be study time. No, we need to have our chair time where we're having devotions and we're sitting and we're hearing from the Lord. And our physical health, to be able to be taking care of our physical and mental health, so that we're not leading from an empty cup, that we can lead from a filled cup. From our time with the Lord and taking care of our physical body and getting enough sleep, eating right, and our mental health. Another leadership mistake to avoid in student ministry, number 2, failing to communicate and not using our leadership blinker. If you've ever followed somebody, in your car, and all of a sudden they turned quickly without using their blinker, man, it's frustrating. And, accidents can happen that way. And it's the same way in our leadership. We need to use our leadership blinker and make sure we're communicating really well to the people that are following so that they know where we're going. And so we need to communicate really, really well. And that's a leadership mistake that so often we make in student ministry. And so how can we strengthen our communication? And we just need to be intentional with our communication and using our leadership blinker. Who needs to know this? When do they need to know this? And communicating really well. Number one, leadership mistake so often happens in student ministry is doing life alone. Here it is. Number one, not finding a mentor outside your church relationships. And that's why Lead 222 exists. Don't do life, don't do ministry alone. It's so hard. There's so many challenges. And we want to come alongside you. And you can go to lead222.com, sign up. You can get a coach and mentor. And we know the value and the importance of having a mentor in our life to be able to process, to be encouraged, to be challenged, to grow in our inside game and our outside game. So those are those top 5 leadership mistakes to avoid in student ministry. Thanks for joining us in Lead in 5. We'll see you next time.